All right, tax tips for your crystals, small biz while I get ready because I've got a crazy day. So on my FYP, I came across a crystal business owner who was really distraught. I guess there'd been some miscalculations with their quarterly payments, and they were really upset because they were going to owe more than they could afford to the IRS for taxes based on the miscalculations of their quarterly payments. And I don't want to stitch this person because they were really, really upset. But I'm hoping these tips will help you avoid that. Number one tip, do not use TurboTax. Don't. It's not worth it. I know it's going to save you money, but in the long run, it usually ends up costing more money than what you save. So I decided to use TurboTax once, and honestly, we overpaid quite a bit. It would have just been cheaper had I just paid a CPA. Okay. Number two, your quarterly payments that you might get from TurboTax if you use them the previous year, and they're like, oh, here's these little tickets for quarterly payments. They're based off of what you made for that year that you did the taxes. So they're just estimates. They're not always going to be accurate, especially if you made more money in your business that year. Also, I've just had nothing but horrible experiences with TurboTax screwing up my taxes and not getting me my maximum write-off like they guarantee you. That's just bull. So find a local CPA. Try to set the money aside throughout the year. It can, I'm not gonna lie, it can be, $500 plus, but it's going to save you that money. Just know that you will probably pay it out of pocket. It's gonna be more than TurboTax. Next, these are just questions for like a CPA you should ask, like what are your write-offs, especially if you have a home office. There's so many things you can write off, a percentage of a lot of your home utilities, maintenance, things like that. Ask if it's strategic to form an LLC. So at some point, you're probably going to want to form some kind of entity, especially if your partner has a W-2 salary and it's affecting your overall taxable income. If you file jointly, you may want to file an LLC. So you want to talk about or create an LLC. So talk about that strategy with a tax professional based on your situation. And when you're a single file LLC, like it's just you, that's what I have, you can decide to file that on your taxes just like you would sole proprietor, or the business can file its own taxes, and then whatever income or checks you wrote for yourself, maybe you didn't write any, those are separate. It's a strategy. Hit that like button if this video helped you. Comment below if you have more questions. I'm not a CPA or an enrolled agent, but I definitely recommend you find one and absolutely hire them to do your taxes.